We know what I'm working with. I obviously have the Alienware Area 51 R2s. One of them, if you watch my videos, like if you look at my video list, I showed you the installation techniques in order to install your water cooler and a 5960X, and the other one is a Core i9. And basically, one's a Bitcoin miner and the other one's a 4K gaming and editor. Now, somebody's going to obviously call me an Alienware fanboy. So, you know, I can handle it because a lot of people, they don't like Alienware because Alienware is very expensive. So, you know, a lot of people buy MSI and they buy all this other stuff, but I'm not down with that. So I've got the Pro Gaming Mouse. I've obviously got the Pro Keyboard. I did a review on this, and then I bought this, what is it called? I bought the 34-inch Alienware monitor. And I love that Alienware monitor because the back of it has that gorgeous look. It has a gorgeous glow. Alienware really makes really nice stuff. As far as the PC market goes, Alienware stuff, I would say, ranks right up there with Apple because when you really think about it, my laptop was way better than any MacBook Pro. You couldn't even get a MacBook Pro that had 32 gigabytes of RAM. You just couldn't get it. So I just wanted to show you what I was working with. So as you can see, I have a full Alienware system. Full system. Now, okay, so these headphones are called the AW988s. AW988s. So basically, on YouTube, there's already a bunch of videos about them because they came out recently, and everybody started reviewing them. So far, I've heard the same exact basic review over and over and over and over. So basically, they're all saying the same thing. They're saying they're extremely comfortable. They're saying they're very well built, they feel durable, so forth and so on. I've got some videos to upload, obviously. So where is it? AW988. So thus far, most of the video reviews of this thing, there's some video reviews I think that may have approached about 200,000 views. So let's see by view count who's got what. AW988s. So that's what one person has 3,345 views. So, you know, okay, and these are 7.1 surround sound headphones. Now, the problem when you buy equipment like this, you always get jerk-offs on the forums. Oh, yeah, well, I would have bought a Sennheiser's, or I would have bought Klipsch or something like that. Well, the reason why I specifically wanted these Alienwares was obviously because, you know, I've got the full Alienware, you know, the full Alienware system. So now my shit matches. So that was part of what made my decision. Because to tell you the truth, I normally would have never spent $250 with shipping. I never would have spent this kind of money on anything else. Like I wouldn't have spent this money on Beats Audio or something like that. So this person, Dave Lee, he has 217,619 views. So basically, I'm going to post my video review about him and my unboxing, obviously. The problem with reviewing headphones is obviously that I can hear it and you can't. So that's actually kind of a problem. So anyway, here they are right here. My Alienware's $250 freaking headphones finally arrived in the mail. So now I get to Xbox mute. Thank you. Okay, so now I get to review my Alienware $250 freaking headphones. But the beauty is that this was YouTube money I spent on these. So since I make $2,000 a month on YouTube, $250 isn't really that bad. I mean, you know, most people say, oh yeah, I would have never spent that kind of money on headphones. I would have used that money on some drugs. Like I would have bought some weed or some meth or some opioids. And I mean, listen, if you want to get high with your money, yeah, that's cool and everything. I really don't do drugs. I just buy weed stock, you know. So this way, when Donald Trump makes the mistake of legalizing marijuana, he's going to make me fucking rich. And then, you know, I'll tell you what, when Donald Trump messes up and he legalizes marijuana and I get rich, I'm going to buy me a MAGA hat. I'm going to have a MAGA shirt and I'm going to have a MAGA jumpsuit, you know. But he better hurry up because I want my money now. I want to get rich. Rich, Trump. I got hundreds of thousands of shares of marijuana. Hundreds of thousands of them. All that idiot has to do is make this shit legal. There we go. So those are the $250 Alienware headphones. How about that? So let's unbox these bastards. Nice box. I guess since Apple started the whole box craze, everybody has to have a nice box. This has two magnetic dimples right here and here, so it snaps onto the, it snaps shut. I also have two nice boxes for the keyboard and the mouse. See, one thing that bothers me about when they put such nice boxes on these things, it almost makes me not want to throw away the box. So I end up having a lot of boxes. And eventually, like after like a year or two, it's like I finally get up the energy and the desire to throw the boxes away. But for the most part, I never want to throw the boxes away because they're so cool. So let's unbox this bastard. Around here, aliens. Okay, ooh, got two thick black straps here. These come out. Let's see if I can pull it. Okay. Okay. All right. So this. Oh Jesus. All right. So what's in here? Let's see what's in here. These must be instructions. $250. They should have handed me like some cash. Okay, we got wires. USB cable. Oh, okay, yeah, this is the USB mic cable. Probably. Oh, these things are wireless too, so I guess this also charges them. I really didn't study up on it. I just saw it. I saw that it matched my Alienware, and I just decided to just buy it. So whatever. Yeah, I got that summer YouTube money, baby. $250. This looks like, what is this, USB 2.0, I guess. It's I'm surprised it wasn't a USB 2.3. I'm surprised it wasn't USB-C. It's got a nice braided cable, just like the keyboard. The keyboard also has a really nice braided cable right here, as you can see. It's got a very nice braided cable. You know, and trying to show you what the fuck you spent all that money for. Okay. Probably seen the videos about this thing already, but if you haven't, this right here is the dongle for the headphones that allows them to connect directly to the computer. Once it's connected to the computer, it will show up in the Alienware Command Center. Now, if you wanted to store this dongle to travel with these headphones, in the very bottom of the headphones, there's a place to actually store the dongle right there. And it seems like it's magnetic because it pulled itself in just like, yeah, it pulls itself in. You remember in that movie, Superman, Man of Steel, how General Zod had that crystal or whatever, and we put that crystal in there and shit just slid in. Like, oh, that shit is so fucking cool. That is really cool. So anyway. Okay, so as for these headphones, before I turn them on, well, in fact, I have to pull this out so I can use it. So you have a choice. You can either use the dongle, or obviously you can use the USB cable. So if you use the USB cable, you're wired, and if you charge it up first, you're not wired. Or this is the auxiliary jack, so I'm guessing this plugs into your Elgato, or you can also use these headphones to listen to regular music. I will test it out using regular music. Now, as for my dongle, the Alienware monitor has two places to plug in things. So when I want to charge my phone, I plug this in directly underneath the monitor. So there's a second place. There's an auxiliary jack right here where you could plug the headphones in, and there's also this place right here where I'm going to plug in the dongle. Okay. So once that's plugged in there, it starts setting up Alienware Wireless. And I'm guessing, yep, there you go. So it has a little light right there. I wonder if that light also shows up in, what is it called? Control Center. So anyway, these are the Alienware headphones. I haven't read the manual, but I'm going to figure it out myself. So the Alienware headphones has, on the back, there is a way that you can change the equalizer so that the system will hear either more of your voice or more of the game. That is this switch right here at the top. So if you want more of your game, you just dial it up, and if you want more of your voice, you dial it down, right? Right there, obviously, this is a mute button, and then this right here is the volume up, volume down. Now, as far as how they feel, most of the reviewers that have already reviewed them have talked about the fact that they're very, very flexible, and they feel really, really good. They have a mic on and off voice command that tells you whether or not it's open or closed based on whether or not you open or close it. Now, as far as turning them on, I think this is the button right here. There you go. Once you turn them on, there's the light, and you can hear it says connected. Turn
mic on. Mic off.
There you go.
Mic on. Mic off.
Okay. This is not a button over here, only over here. So the power button is right here. Now, as far as, and this is what to tell you the truth, this is really what I wanted to get to, because I like using the Alienware Command Center before I start videoing how they work in the, how they sound and everything. I'm going to listen to some music and everything that I have stored up. But what I wanted to get to was actually this. In the Alienware Command Center, I wanted to see them in the Alienware Command Center. So where are they? They should be here. You're supposed to be able to change the colors of these things. Now, I don't know if this has to be updated first. Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe it does. But you can set these things to be whatever color you want it to be. So I got to figure that out, how you do that. But I think everything should be up to date, if I'm not mistaken. But obviously this is what controls the mouse color and what controls the keyboard color. So I'm going to figure this out, how to make sure that this is settable. Because oh, there it is right there. This comes with, I'm guessing they have to update the original Alienware Command Center, because it looks like they have their own headset. Oh, you have to restart the computer. All right, well, first, before I restart the computer, okay, to look at that, I'll look at that in a minute. But I was uploading my Cadillac videos, so as soon as these will be done in a minute, and then I'll get back to it. But yeah, right now, the one disappointment that I have, and I know they're going to work on it, because the Alienware Control Center just needs basically an update. But the headphones have their own app. The monitor also, the only way that you can actually change the colors that are parts of this is to use the Alienware Effects lighting. And right now, you have to do it all through the monitor. Now, when they update Alienware Control Center, you'll be able to fiddle with the lights and all that stuff on the back of this monitor using the Alienware Control Center. And obviously, you'll be able to also do it right here with the headsets. So, you know, let me listen to some music. I'm going to play Quake Champions and whatever. So, you know, then you'll, know how it sounds. You see the USB port, and you also see the auxiliary jack. There's also an equalizer. I just put these things on, and to tell you the truth, like, these things are extremely comfortable. They feel like memory foam, almost like my bed, like my mattress. And they really do feel very, very, very well built, you know. These things feel amazing when you put them on. So let me listen to some. So just to test how far I could possibly walk away from my, from my computer, I went all the way to my garage. And in my garage, the connection was actually pretty good. You can still hear that they're playing. If I put this near it, you can still hear that they're playing. But I'm all the way out in my garage. I'm far away from my computer right now. And basically, the connection is strong enough that anywhere in my house, I'd be able to listen to these things, even if I'm not near the computer. These things are actually pretty cool. If you were listening to something, or maybe having a Skype conversation, and you wanted to walk away from your computer, you go to the bathroom, take a shit or something. So I'm actually very, very impressed. Oh, as you're probably looking in the background to see all the stuff I got. These are my old PlayStation toys. Contra Alien Wars. I got all my old classic systems out here. I have SNES. I got TurboGrafx 16. I got all these old PlayStation games. Duke Nukem Time to Kill. You're probably looking in the background. You're trying to see all my stuff. And as you can see, like, there's my Alienware monitor box. There's my home theater system that I bought a while ago. But, yeah, these things are actually pretty damn cool. Alienware Headset Center. This is the new app. Now, Alienware really, really, really has to put this headset into Alienware Control Center, because I really don't think most people will want to have to deal with multiple devices. And not only does this headset need to be in Control Center, but this monitor does too. In fact, every single Alienware device should be functional through the Control Center right here. So as you can see, the Alienware Headset Center has a number of features that allow you to change, obviously, the volume, as you can see. And there's also a bass booster where you can control that. There's a treble enhancer. There's you can set it to either use movies or phone communications or whatever, and then they have what kind of game are you playing, shooter, strategy. I have to say, you know, a long time ago, I never ever really considered myself a Dell buyer. But with the Alienware stuff, Dell really has done an excellent job. Like they've, you know, even though they're charging top dollar for all of this shit. I mean, this monitor, these are, I got this monitor on sale and they're all sold out pretty much. But they dropped the price of the 4K monitor from $1,500 down to about $1,000, maybe $1,100. They dropped the price of the 1080p monitor down to about $700, and I also saw it for $600, but they sold out really, really quickly. So don't even bother asking me. But I have to say, they were charging top dollar for this shit and top dollar for the style that you're buying. But I have to say, this is some damn good equipment that they sell. I really love it. It really brings character to your desk if you're willing to spend close to $4,000 for a Core i9 or if you're willing to spend between $2,000 and $5,000, yeah, it brings a lot of character to your desk. So you have HD audio recorder. So I guess they did this to ensure that you would have the ability to broadcast to your whatever you're using. So I have to play around with most of this broadcaster stuff because me personally, I'll probably just use my Elgato. Audio Recon enabled. Audio Recon, it says FPS oriented, provides a visual indication localizing the source of the strongest sound while in the game. Thanks to this feature, you're able to see and approach threats more effectively. Yeah, this is all selling points and stuff, but you have 5.1 sound or 7.1 sound, but mostly you're going to be using this thing in 7.1. I was listening to a couple of soundtracks. It sounds really, really good, actually. And it's very comfortable to wear, and it's not, I won't say it's not heavy at all, but it feels good. It really does feel very good. And then there's the lighting. This was the part that I wanted to get to, the lighting. So, let's put this up here so you can see it. Oh, wait, you can't see it there. Okay, so, well, maybe I'll just move back just a little, so this way it's easier to see. Because I want you to see it as I change it. Let's push this down. Oh, no, you know, I don't have to push it down. So anyway, as for the lighting, just like the Alienware Command Center, you can find a color and you can set a new color. Like if I want to set this orange right here, I just go here and I click and add that orange. And then if I want to add it to this, all I got to do is click the color that I want and it automatically changes matching what I want. Now, you can also have animation colors where it says pulsating. Okay, there's breathing. There's morphing. Okay, are you gonna morph? What are you doing? Okay, that's morphing. And it's hard to see because the light that I have in the room is on, but spectrum. Okay, we got green, blue, red, as you can see. So basically, you know, there's a lot of gamers who do PC gaming and they take their towers places. And when they take their towers to these PC gaming championships and this, that, and other, you know, when you have a setup like this and everything, I don't know if they give you extra points for having professional gaming setups. And please don't make fun of my desk because I'm actually going to get a gaming desk. So this desk is old. I was using this because I had like 3 or 4 monitors set up. So don't make fun of my desk because I'm getting rid of this eventually. Because as you can see, I redid my entire computer system specifically for gaming. But as I was saying, in fact, what shall I think I'll leave it. I think I'll leave it as, okay, I could either leave it as basic color or I could do the animation. I kind of like, what's arrows? Oh, okay, so arrows has it flashing up and top. Breathing, I kind of like breathing. I don't think maybe not red, maybe I'll do it breathing blue so it'll match my computer down there. That Core i9 processor, Extreme, that Core i9 is a fucking beast. That's the 7980 down there. When I'm editing my videos or whatever, or when I'm downloading porno, that thing tears through everything. It's just amazing. It's expensive as fuck because the processor alone was $2,000. However, if you don't want to spend that kind of money, you can also, for $2,000, you can get closer to a you can get closer to the 8700 Core i7. But yeah, they even have a live preview here. Now, here's the problem. Alienware needs to do this in the Alienware Control Center because I like the way this looks. It's very easy to use. It's very simple to understand. The problem is the Alienware Control Center doesn't look like this. And also the monitor doesn't have its own thing like this. I really want them to incorporate all of these things, including the lighting on the tower, into simply one app. And they could just rename the whole thing Alienware Control Center. So I think I'm going to write Dell a message. I think I'm going to definitely write them a letter or something. I just changed it to orange. So right now it's orange, blue. I think you could change it to white too. That's white. That's like white light right there in the middle. So I can set that as a new color. So now I got white. And they also obviously have the ASCII color codes for RGB. So this way, if you know of a specific color, if it's programmed in here, you may be able to do it yourself. And obviously, I already did this review before, but inside the Alienware Control Center, you can do the exact same thing with your keyboard, as you can see. So with my keyboard, it looks just like this. I programmed in a couple of new colors. And also, you can also do it with the mouse. The mouse has its own color scheme. So let's say right now, I've got green, but if I want to change it to red, I got red there. That's red. If you want blue, you got blue. You got nice, brilliant blues right there. If I want green, yeah, you got green. So basically, you know, they put a lot of energy into the design. I have to say I'm very, very impressed with the product. And like, even though you spend the money, you know, people spend $2,000 and $3,000 on Apples all the time. And to tell you the truth, I really feel like I got more than if I had just gotten like some kind of Apple or something. So I'm actually very, very, very impressed with the Dell Alienware product. And the sad thing is, when you're on the forums, a lot of people hate on Dell Alienware stuff because they, first of all, because they can't afford it. Number two, because they would rather build it, because if they build it, they feel they can control the pricing. But the thing about it is, I've noticed a lot of people's liquid cooling setups, those things burst, and they end up fucking having to clean out, you know, their entire computer system, and sometimes they damage their processors, you know? So as you can see, this control center also tells you battery life. So this thing came out of the box with 70% charge. It shows you the signal, whether it's strong. It also has preferences right here. So you can automatically power the headset off after 30 minutes. 30 minutes is a lot. How about 20? Okay, Alienware Headset Center. Okay, all of this stuff can be updated directly from the Dell website. So I'm very, very liking this. I'm really liking this. And I recently, as you can see, I recently started playing Quake Champions. If you currently... Today's June 16th. If you want Quake Champions, if you watch this video and you go to Steam right now, if you didn't already know, you can download Quake Champions and you can play Quake Champions for free for right now. Like, I was playing the deathmatch, and to be perfectly honest, like, some people may disagree with me, I hated Quake 3. I really liked Quake 2 because it had a single-player component and it had a multiplayer component. So this is still on. So basically the audio is being shunted to the headset, obviously, because it's plugged in and it's active. But I hated Quake 3 because my problem was it was just deathmatch. And later on, Unreal Tournament launched about the same week. And when Unreal Tournament came out, Unreal Tournament had so many different modes that Quake got like a C- grade, which it kind of deserved. Quake 3 anyway. And then Unreal Tournament basically got an A-. So what Quake 3 did was they came back and they put together Quake 3 Arena Tournament modes and this, that, and other. So you had like Capture the Flag and this, that, and other. And they also had like some squad-based modes. But for the most part, like, I never really liked Quake 3. I actually preferred Quake 4 because I liked having a nice single-player mode. And then on top of that single-player mode, you had the deathmatch mode. They've taken, like, I've been playing this, I was playing this last night. Quake Champions, they have like a all-new animation and design. I don't like some of the designs. I think the designs really look better in Quake 4 because everybody looked real. Like, they look like more like real Marines. Now, they just basically went Art Deco with this game, so now they've got all these different looking guys from the ID universe. Like, there's the Ranger right there, and I'm pretty sure there's Doom guy, but I think he's either downloadable content or whatever. And then they've got these other people who didn't really, you know, they weren't really animated characters in the game Quake 4 or Quake 3. So, you know, they've got Visor and they got a couple other guys. But I was playing this, and I mean, it's very fast-paced action. The problem is it's kind of mindless, because after you get used to playing games like PUBG and Fortnite, it's like you kind of want more out of the game than just a simple deathmatch. This is the guy I've been playing with, and you know, I'm going to enjoy playing with these headphones now. I'm also going to enjoy probably listening to music. The only downside is I still have my Clips 2.1 sound system, and my Clips really sounds good. In fact, if I turn these off, you can actually hear my clip system. By pushing and holding it, it turns off. Okay, but my clip system is actually also a pretty damn good system, you know. So let me see how to. I turned them off, but I think you may have to pull the plug. You may, I don't know, I think you pull a plug or something in order to turn them completely off, because I noticed that my computer didn't skip back over. So let me, if I pull the dongle out, there we go. Yeah, as soon as you pull the dongle out, it goes back into game mode with the computer. So I have a clip system with some great bass and great sound, and if I choose not to use the headphones, I can just use the clip system, but it's only 2.1 Pro Media clips. So, you know, I didn't want the 5.1, and I really preferred these, but now I have 7.1 sound with the headphones. And see, yeah, the headphones are playing it, and you can hear that sound in there, but unfortunately I can't actually show you the sound, because the problem is it's a headphone, so there's no way to actually show you the sound. But thus far, from what I've seen, they play really good, and you can hear enemies in the distance, and you can also hear the direction. So, bottom line, $250. Should you buy them? If you've got $250 that you can blow on headphones, go ahead and get them. Chances are you've already ordered them if you really wanted them, because word travels fast, word travels far. I personally think that maybe $200 would have been more fair. $199 I think would have been the sweet spot. With taxes and everything, these come out to about $230, and with shipping, they came out to $250. They got here within 3 days of me ordering them. So I have to say, I like them already, and I'm going to try to take care of them as much as I can. And that's about it. So if you have any specific questions about the AW988 headphones, please feel free to ask.